Hello, hello, hello. Make sure everything's looking alright. Give me just a second here. Okay, there we go. Let's get right to it.
Are you thirsty?
You must be very thirsty.
You only take milk with your coffee?
Coffee with milk, that's all.
That's gotta mess with his sleep, right? God, that's not coffee, that's motor oil, dude. Did you see how thick that was?
Who are you?
My name is Becky.
What are you doing here?
My name is Becky.
Anna's friend?
My name is Becky.
After your throat is quenched, you must do what you must do.
Take a sip of coffee and go.
Take your coffee and go. Haha, just kidding, it's poison. You're screwed. Oh my god, the flies are still there.
Huh?
I need to figure out how to fix that. Is my suit repaired? Was that just like a glitch? Oh, the cutscene was still going. Oh, my suit's fixed. Haha, steal your candy. Like taking candy from a ghost child. And a cookie. Oh, am I supposed to, like, do something? Maybe I'm supposed to go out the door that's not open. Oh shit, it's a room escape game. I don't have access to any of my weapons. Okay, what did he say when I observed this? Oh. I guess I just had to observe first. Great puzzle.
That's me. That's me when it happened.
Oh shit, he's Dexter Morgan. His friend Zach. That's me. You slept for 4 months.
Zach, this case looks like it's directly related to us. I do not know how yet, but I do know I need some coffee.
George said he'd have someone pick us up in the parking lot. Let's get some breakfast with Polly first.
Okay, let me see if I can't figure out. Okay, so it is just the suit gets dirty and you have to wash it occasionally. That's interesting.
Whoa there!
Did you need something?
That dog on his ass pocket, man. That is so good.
No, I was just passing by. I didn't think anybody else was here other than Polly.
Oh man,
The
it's
door
Gabe
opening
Jewell.
like that it surprised me, that's all. I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen. Nice to meet you. I travel a whole lot, you see, selling tree saplings. Just the usual salesman doing the usual road trip. Sometimes I feel, I don't know, like a jolly old bumblebee spreading pollen.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I get it. You're the special agent Scarface that everyone's yakking about. Nice to meet you, Francis.
Special Agent Scarface? I'd need a bigger scar to live up to that name. Call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
What? You got it. York.
Is this your first visit here, then?
No, sir. Actually, I've been coming here once or twice a year for, a while now. I don't get much business here, but it sure does make a fine vacation. I mean, it's a gorgeous hotel.
Can I pet
at a
your dog?
bargain price. It's
Sir,
so
can I pet your dog?
relaxing in these
Please let me
parts,
pet your
too.
dog, sir.
Oh, I just love all the nature. I feel so relaxed here.
Pet the dog. Pet the
Say
dog.
hi to Willie.
Pet the
Don't
dog.
worry, he's a good boy. Do you like dogs?
Hey,
Fuck yeah, I like dogs.
how you doing?
Pet him, you pussy.
He's pretty smart, too. Oops, before I forget, let me give you this. It's just a sample of what I sell.
Thank you. How kind of you.
So, what brings the old FBI out here? Sounds like more than just a vacation.
A murder, actually. The perpetrator is still out there. Try to stay indoors at night and during the rain. We want to prevent it from happening again, okay?
Oh, it's a darn shame. Places like this used to be the safest in America.
Could I ask you something? Do you know a lot about seeds?
Seeds? Gardening, huh? You don't look like a green thumb, but let me tell you though, I'm pretty much the only one who can make those saplings sprout. There's a trick to it that can't really be passed on, you know? It's like, oh, the secret of making a good smoked ham, something like that. But you know, once they sprout, you don't need to do much. You can leave it be, and why, it'll turn into a big tree no matter what happens. Kind of like those stocks that politicians buy that just keep growing and growing. Well, you just wait and see. This town is gonna love them. Right. We were just about to go take a morning stroll, so I'll get going. Good luck now with that case.
Thanks.
Zach, do you remember what the coffee said?
FK? Oh
Forrest
yeah.
Kaysen. F.K.
Fuck.
This show has just begun.
Do I have the sapling in my inventory? I have to look. Nope. That sucks. I wanted the sapling, man. It's cute.
breakfast looks as good as yesterday's.
I hope you enjoy it.
I will, and thank you. I just met Kaysen, actually.
Ah, good old Mr. Kaysen. Did he give you a sapling?
As a matter of fact, he did. Don't tell me he gives one to everyone he meets.
No, only to the people he feels comfortable with. He told me. He must feel really comfortable with me.
He must. Is there anyone he hasn't given a sapling to?
Mustard? Okay, I'll just get it from the kitchen.
No, mustard has nothing to do with it. I was wondering if you know of anyone that Kaysen didn't give a sapling to.
Oh, too much pepper. I did think it might be. I'm sorry.
Ah, Zach, I forgot. We'll never get anything out of her, will we? Forrest Kaysen. He's hiding something. You think so too, right, Zach?
But no need to rush. All secrets are hidden until they are inevitably divulged. The
Deep.
powers of entropy.
Very deep.
The world exposes everything and causes chaos. Just like this coffee.
Are you actually Godot? That sounds like a Godot-ism. Alright, so anyway, what the hell do they want me to do?
Good morning, Agent Morgan. Did you sleep well?
Morning, George. Dreamland was quite nice.
You do look well rested. Oh, I was up practically all night doing paperwork. Thomas helped me out, so I was able to go home and get some sleep, but not enough.
Diane got back into town late last night. We should give her a visit.
Which means going to the art gallery, correct?
She lives and works in the office there, so it's the only place to find her. The gallery is open from 10 to 1700.
Time for some art appreciation. A cultural activity in such a small countryside town. Amazing, Zach.
Oh hey, it's 10 o'clock now, so I don't even have to screw around. Nice. So do I... Where are you going, dumbass?
The gallery is called Muses Gallery. The Muses were the 9 daughters of the goddess of memory in Greek mythology.
Ah, it's just like Diane to name it that way.
Is she that intelligent a woman?
Maybe. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
Did you see how Emily reacted, Zach? I sense that this Diane is not popular among other women. I can't wait to meet her.
Oh my god.
The gallery is on the north side of town. Take the road along the lake and go north.
My god, the turn radius on these cars, I'll just never get used to it.
An art gallery in such a small town. Am I prejudiced to think that it doesn't seem to fit?
Greenvale and every small town has every right to enjoy art.
That's right. Small towns tend to be full of highly cultured people. Although I can't say I've ever been to the gallery myself.
George, what about you? Are you into art?
Actually, yes. I like going to the gallery. It's very relaxing there.
Really, George?
I like
I
going
never
to
knew
the
that about
gallery. It
you
is very
all this
relaxing
time.
there.
Emily, please. I'm just as cultured as everyone else.
I am just
Some
as
people
cultured
just
as
have
everyone
sides
else.
to them that you'd never expect. By the way, about Diane, the owner of the gallery. Is she the type that isn't very appreciated by other women?
What do you mean?
Exactly what it sounds like, Emily. Is she very attractive, especially to the opposite sex?
So you're
God.
asking if she's sexy, right?
Well, she does always wear high heels.
And definitely, it's, hard to explain.
But that doesn't make me biased, okay? She just seems to look down on people. She always has. I just don't like people like that.
That must be because sex appeal has no effect on you.
Oh
Now
my
that's out of
God.
line.
I'm sorry, Emily, I didn't mean to poke fun at you. You just reacted so strongly to Diane's name.
I did not. It's like you're suggesting I'm the total opposite of her. Is that it?
Oh, Emily, that's not what anyone is suggesting. Let's just drop this conversation, okay?
Agreed. Hang on, I want to make sure I wasn't supposed to turn. Nope, okay, we're good. We're gonna ramp this bump. You ready? Yeah. Hopefully they give me a different car on the way out, because this one's almost out of gas.
Looks more like an old mansion than an art gallery.
Diane liked the building so much she turned it into an art gallery.
She left the exterior untouched and had the insides redone.
So she's rich.
She bought this place, didn't she? Does that answer your question?
Indeed it does. Well, George, Emily, I want to talk with Diane alone. Will you wait here for me?
Don't tell me you still don't trust us.
No, that's not it. But this is very important to me.
I'm trying to
I
fuck
always
her,
make
okay?
sure that I meet with the important ones, one-on-one. Otherwise, it's difficult to sense the subtle reactions of the suspect. This is just how I do things, and I'd appreciate your understanding.
We'll just
But-
sit out here for 8 fucking
Go on,
hours
man.
again.
You're not gonna listen to us anyway, are you?
You're starting to understand me, George. Well then, Zach. Let's go and meet
Little
Lady
ditty
Diane.
about Zach and Diane. Dang, yo.
Hello? Hello?
No reply. Let's take a look around then, Zach.
I get the feeling that this is going to be like an action stage, hopefully. Excuse me?
Hello, Olivia. Do you like art?
Yes, yes, I do. Well, I mean, I like trees.
I like trees too, know what I'm saying?
Trees. Okay. Ah, but I see because these are all tree paintings. Do you come here often then?
Well, no. Just sometimes. I'm sorry, I really need to get back to the diner.
Zach, she was lying about something.
That
She
was
said
weird.
trees, not paintings of trees. She doesn't need to come here to see trees. There's tons of trees outside.
I didn't think anything of it until you mentioned that. It's a good point. You have a good point for once. What do memos say? Do I get to look at it? Tree at sunset, red leaves, dancing red butterflies. That's a shitty haiku. And if only I had a key to open a door like that. First, I'm gonna check upstairs. There isn't even anything up here. That's lame. Alright, back to the door. The hell was that noise? Oh, it won't even let me observe the paintings. That sucks. Sweary? Probably not a bad idea to save right now. Okay, that must be where the servants had their smoke breaks. Oh god, it's a number puzzle. Just go to the basement of the Alamo real quick. This one's a different color than the others. So that was like some kind of plot trigger, right? Might as well look at the rest of these. They're probably empty, though. I check them in case like one has an item. Ta-da! Nope, that was it. Just the salmon. God, it really is a number puzzle.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
Oh, okay, now it's telling me where to go. Kind of. So there's only one tree in that painting. So it's, I think it's what, 641 then? Because I tried 461 and that didn't work. Wow, I'm such a genius.
Like I said, there's no point in you having this. I can put it to far better use. I'm taking it with me, okay?
That's fine by me then, as you wish.
Who the hell are you?
The FBI agent, right? Just wait a moment, please. I'll be right with you.
So there's no way you could have been at the scene of the crime.
That's right. I was drinking at the bar with Nick until early morning. I'm sure if you ask him about it, he'll say the same.
Very well. I'll be sure to do that. One other thing. That argument with Carol just now.
She's always like that. She thinks of me as an enemy, always bickering.
Who is
at what I
Carol
say.
again?
Is there any reason for that?
Perhaps because someone she liked ended up with me in my bed?
That would explain it, yes. If I may be so bold, who was the lucky man?
Oh, I sleep with anyone I wish. Anyone I prefer to sleep with. I guess she had her eye on one of them, but I don't know who it was exactly. I could sleep with you, if you like.
I'm flattered by your offer, but I don't think that would be appropriate. You're exactly the kind of woman a man in my job should never get involved with.
Isn't that a shame, darling?
I'll be frank. Right now, you are not a suspect. But both Zach and I are certainly feeling shaky about you.
Hey, don't bring me into this, man.
If you want to remain in the clear, just watch yourself from now on.
Oh, you don't know, do you? Artists and art lovers, we love a good thrill.
Thank you for your help. I have nothing further to ask you at the moment. Goodbye.
That was pretty dumb. Chapter clear.
I had a chat with Diane. She said she was at the bar drinking with Nick at the time of the murder. We need to confirm her story. Let's talk to Nick at the diner.
Very well, Agent Morgan. I have to head back to the department and clear up some paperwork. Go with Emily to the A&G diner.
Okay then.
I'll show you the way. The diner's open from 9 to 2100.
Just as we suspected, Zach. Diane is the key to this case. I have a feeling she will lead us right to the criminal.
I think you're wrong. That's right, I said it.
That's Kaysen. Looks like the show has just begun, and it has an all-star cast.
Alright, let's take a different car. So I don't have to worry about gas.
Emily, do you know a man named Forrest Kaysen?
Kaysen? Yes, I know him. The sapling salesman, right? He always uses strange comparisons when he talks.
I'd like to know more about him. What does he do when he comes to town?
He's a salesman, so I guess he sells things? Maybe he comes on vacation. We haven't seen many tourists recently, but he comes pretty often.
Is that all?
Well, now that you mention it, he seems quite friendly with the Ingrams, with Isaac and Isaiah. Maybe you should ask them about Kaysen.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, this car's got a full tank. Awesome. Hopefully we don't flip this on the way back.
Emily, don't you find it a bit suffocating to be around George so much?
Well, we aren't always together. And anyway, I've gotten used to him.
Impressive. Women are very adaptable.
No,
my
it's not like
God.
that, actually. I mean, George is hard-headed, sure, but he's also a hard-working man. That's why the townsfolk trust him so much.
The very epitome of the rural sheriff.
That's right, he isn't some hotshot FBI agent. This place isn't like the city. Everyone knows everyone else.
What about you and Anna? Were you two close?
No, not close, really. I don't seem to have much in common with teenagers nowadays. All they talk about are boys, clothes, and accessories. I don't have much interest in any of those things.
There is a gap between a teenager and being in your 20s.
Everyone's different, that's all. Me and you, too.
Zach, I'm not liking the way this conversation is heading. Let's concentrate on driving instead.
I don't understand, York. What didn't you like about it? It seemed pretty normal to me. You know, this game would be like, it wouldn't be any worse off if like things were like half the distance from each other that they are. Like, I really don't need these 5 real-time minute driving sequences.
Let's just focus on getting to the diner and cut the chit-chat.
Agreed. I'm gonna take a shortcut. Official police business, get out of the way. How did Kaysen beat us here?
The A&G Diner. Wonder what the A and G stand for. Any ideas, Emily?
Nope, I don't know either.
Air and gravity, perhaps? Access and games? Aliens and Godzilla?
Yeah, aliens and Godzilla, York.
Is it important to know? I mean, why don't you just ask Nick?
Oh, I will. But first, I need to eat. Wonder what's good here.
Welcome, Mr. Agent.
Hi, Olivia. Let me have your special for today. And some fresh coffee.
Our special today is turkey. A turkey and gravy sandwich. Sound good?
No.
Perfect. Emily, you eat something too. It'll be on the FBI.
Okay then, I'll go all out. I'll have the T-bone steak. I usually can't order it because it's a little too expensive.
Oh snap, it's what's his face.
Mrs. Olivia Cormack, I am here for Mr. Stewart's lunch. If it is ready, I'd thank you a bunch.
Yes, of course. Just a moment. Here you go. The usual. 1 turkey, strawberry jam, and cereal sandwich.
Sounds like the sinner's sandwich. Self-inflicted punishment to atone for past sins. He's setting an example.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, you should try this wonderful lunch. It's more than a delicious, tasty crunch. So says Mr. Stewart.
No, that's fine.
Mr. Francis York Morgan,
lunch.
stop talking shit about my food. So says Mr. Stewart.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, that is, Mr. Stewart's order is delicious, I should mention. And Mr. Nick Cormack is a genius for creating this perfection. So says Mr. Stewart.
Still, I have a hunch I might not like it. You sure that sandwich is that good?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, making decisions based on intuitions is always a sign of bad FBI agents. So says Mr. Stewart.
Damn, he didn't even bother to rhyme that one.
You're right. I'll give it a try.
Oh.
I can't believe it. This is fantastic. It's really good. Olivia, I'm sorry, but can I change my order? I'll have what Harry is having.
Agreed.
Nick and Diane. They hardly make the perfect couple, do they? Is it widely known that they go drinking together, just the two of them?
To be honest, I don't pay attention to these things.
Not into local gossip?
Well, when I moved here, I was still in high school, and I kept wearing the same wild clothes from my school in Seattle. I was young back then. And before I knew it, there were rumors all over the school. She'll screw anyone. That's what they said. Totally unfounded, of course. Anyway, after that, I just sort of chose not to really trust gossip.
I get where you're coming from. I used to dress like a hardcore punk rocker when I was in high school.
Sure you did.
You? A punk rocker?
Nobody took my side, even when I had good grades. People rejected me just because of what I wore. I was young back then, too.
Even still, I just don't see you as a punk rocker.
And you laugh? Look at you. No makeup on.
Whoa.
Dressed in uniform, eating a steak for lunch. Okay, back to work. Let's talk to Nick.
Why is there no voice acting for this? Okay, well, I'm not ordering anything. I guess we should leave. Fine.
There's something I'd like to confirm with you, Olivia, if that's okay.
Yes, well, so long as it doesn't take too long.
First, what were you and Nick doing on the night of the murder?
I was here in the diner. Nick said he was going to the bar for a couple of drinks.
Does he go to the bar often? Leaving you to hold up the fort?
Yes. He says he enjoys the conversation with Diane. I thought they went drinking again together that night.
Do the three of you ever go drinking together?
Well, you see, I'm really not into art.
And your husband is well versed in the arts then, I take it?
Oh, yes. Looking at art and talking about it is his way of relaxing.
People just aren't what they seem. Like a certain someone who was into punk rock 10 years ago.
You are absolutely right, Emily. But you can be an art lover and a liar at the same time. One more thing, Olivia. You just said that you aren't interested in art.
Yeah, what the hell were you doing at
That's
the gallery
right.
then?
And
So, how come I bumped into you at the art gallery? Didn't seem like Nick brought you there. You were there alone.
well, I like trees, is the thing. That's why I went there.
Surely you'd be better off in the forest rather than an art gallery then. I think you went to the gallery not to see trees, but to see Diane, right? You don't want to answer? Or perhaps this isn't the right place to ask.
Meet me in the backyard. You can get there from the parking lot. I'll wait for you there for an hour after we close up.
They close at 2100. Should we get something to drink and wait?
Yeah, uncomfortable sexual tension cutscene. Here we come. Emily, you deserve way better than York.
Agent York, what do we do now?
I want to hear what Olivia has to say. Let's kill time until the diner closes.
Okay, then I'm gonna make a trip back to the department. I'll see you in the backyard later.
Okay, sounds good.
See you later then.
Sounds good.
Zach, about Olivia. I presume she wants to tell us something about Nick and Diane. Let's hope it's not just something for the gossip columns.
Let's hope. Alright, so we got 11 hours. Wonder if any of the stuff is open from yesterday that we couldn't do. Where was, like, the gas station and all that stuff? Yeah, I want to go talk to the general. You know, go to the general and save some time. Alright, so make an about face from where we are now. We go over the bridge, and it's just, I'll see it at that point, I think. Maybe I'll slip what's-his-face a few more Ben Franklins. Was that darts game, too?
Zach, don't you think there are a lot of good-looking women in this town?
It's like heaven compared to the town we grew up in.
Do you remember Liz, the prom queen?
Elizabeth
God.
Scott Moore.
I don't even remember who prom
She could
queen
run through
was.
the name like that. But you know,
In my prom.
She was like an actress from a B movie, wasn't she? Bleached blonde hair, too much makeup, clothes showed off her cleavage, and that mole by her mouth.
Say, Zach, were you with me back then?
You know, that mole was made with makeup, right? We happened to be on the same bus once. I saw her drawing it on with makeup. I wasn't surprised, I guess. Just impressed that she would go that far to create that image. Do you remember that movie we went to go see that day?
Nope.
I'll give you a hint. It was the fourth in a popular series, and was produced by Menahem Golan's Canon Films.
Figured it out, Zach?
Oh, well, you'll have to tell me after. Info gathering bonus. We did it. Oh no. I can see where they're going with this and I don't like it. Oh, the doggy. Are you a good doggy? Oh, I can't pet him, man. What a bitch. It's a dumb game. I hate it. I actually did need gas. Oh, goodness.
Uh-huh.
Oh, was I supposed to talk for the side quest? Oh well, we'll come back. I'm sure that's not the only time this game will need gas.
Zach, picking up from where we left off, Zach, don't you think there are a lot of good-looking women in this town?
It's like heaven compared to the town we grew up in. Do you remember Liz, the prom queen? Elizabeth Scott Moore. She could be royalty with a name like that. But you know, she was like an actress from a B movie, wasn't she? Bleached blonde hair, too much makeup, clothes showed off her cleavage, and that mole by her mouth.
Say, Zach, were you with me back then?
You know, that mole was made with makeup, right? We happened to be on the same bus once. I saw her drawing it on with makeup. I wasn't surprised, I guess. Just impressed that she would go that far to create that image. Do you remember that movie we went to go see that day? I'll give you a hint. It was the fourth in a popular series, and was produced by Menahem Golan's Canon Films.
Figured it out, Zach?
Think it over then. Call it your homework until next time.
What a tease. Well, the Canon Group just issued you a dare.
Hmm?
Screw it.
Now then, young fella, how do you feel about your current vehicle?
My vehicle? It's a piece of crap, but I'm not here to talk about that.
Then how about a little treasure hunt? Listen up, young man. My junkyard is actually a mountain of treasure. All kinds of treasure lies in those mountains of junk. The problem is, there's so many, I've lost track of where everything is. You've caught on already. I can see it in your eyes. I need you to head out in the yard and find certain things for me. If you help me out, I'll customize your car a little.
What are you talking about?
Didn't I tell you to shut up and listen to your superiors? Now, will you do it or not?
I don't see any reason to refuse.
Well said. First, I'll need some low gear parts. With that, I'll be able to boost the engine of your car. You'll find one around E5. Go! Don't just stand there, get going!
No, I want to do the side quest, asshole. God, no fun at all. Anyway, we get the cool car now. Yeah, this thing is much quicker.
To recap, the movie was the fourth sequel in a series that started in 1978.
That's right, Zach. It was Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Lex Luthor was back. It was played by Gene Hackman. That alone made it a must for all us fans. I don't remember much more about it, though. I'm sure there was more trivia about it. Still forget 4. Richard Donner directed 1 and 2. Now those two were great movies. And Christopher Reeve really shined as Superman.
Actually, Zach, I've got a confession to make.
Promise not to tell anyone because I'd be really embarrassed. I actually like the first 2 Superman movies more than the first 2 Star Wars movies. I think John Williams did a better job with the theme song for Superman. But if I try to hum it,
agree.
It always turns into the Star Wars song somewhere along the way.
I know it's strange, Zach. I know. So, Zach, which Richard Donner film do you like the best?
No need to hurry. Take some time and think it over.
Benjamin, my good buddy, listen up. I got something new to tell ya. I'll tell you another one when I see ya again.
Oh, it's 33 again.
I went to see every Richard Donner movie on the day they premiered. Every single one. Goonies, Lost Boys, the Lethal Weapon series, but my favorite has to be Lady Hawk. That was back in 1985.
Zach, we'll finish our chat later. Let's take a walk around here.
Hey, bro!
What's Carol doing outside? Well, thanks for the info gathering bonus. See ya. Oops. Alright, this works. Totally intentional, guys. Oh yeah, I guess I could have started that conversation. Oh well. There'll be time. Sorry, there's no peeing in this game. Oh, it's on the far end of the office room. Okay. On the wrong end of the building.
George, do you work out every day?
Of course, Agent Morgan. Exercise keeps me healthy. I haven't missed a day since I started in high school.
Now that's impressive. Remind me to get more exercise, Zach.
But I can't do my full routine today without Arnold. I haven't seen Arnold around since yesterday.
Arnold?
He's a training buddy of mine. His partner Sylvester misses him too. If you see Arnold around, let me know, will ya? Can't finish my workout menu without him.
Okay.
Totally didn't,
I'll keep an eye out for
steal that yesterday.
George, I found Arnold.
Really?
He was a bit hard-headed, but I got him to come back.
Oh, Arnold. Well done, Agent Morgan. Now I can work out using my normal workout menu.
Good to hear that.
Here's a little something to show you my appreciation. So that makes us even. I don't owe you anything, and you don't owe me anything. No changes to how we work together. Just bear that in mind.
Zach? He needs some friends who aren't so dumb.
Man, he's really going to town with those things. Oh crap, where'd he go? How my gauge is looking. And I really don't need lunch yet. I don't want to wait a little longer. See if there are like other side quests on the map anywhere. At some point I do need to advance the plot though.
Zach, picking up from where we left off.
I went to see every Richard Donner movie on the day they premiered. Every single one. Goonies, Lost Boys, the Lethal Weapon series, but my favorite has to be Lady Hawk. That was back in 1985. The same year as Goonies. Both Rutger Hauer and Michelle Pfeiffer really shine in that one. But more than anything, it's the story setting that was really good. A love story about a cursed knight that changes into a wolf at night, and a cursed maiden that changes into a hawk during the day.
Very romantic. Don't you think so, Zach?
Oh yeah,
They can only
totally.
be together at dusk, right between day and night. Together as humans for only a brief moment. Perfect setting for a fantasy movie.
I just had a thought, Zach.
I really like those movies that have women changing into animals. Can you tell which movie I just remembered?
Splash.
That's right, Zach. With Nastasia Kinski in the lead role.
Pretty sure it's
That was a
Splash, yeah.
fantastic movie. But I better concentrate on driving. We'll finish this later.
Or no, Splash was shit. Never mind, that's just a mermaid. See ya, craphead. Yeah, it's still 33. Oh well. Uh-oh. Let's go see what Pot Lady wants.
We have Nastasia Kinski in the lead role and Paul Schrader directing, back in 1981.
That's right, Zach. Cat People.
About a woman who turns into a leopard when she falls in love, and then eats the person she loves.
I thought it was romantic. Real romance right there, Zach.
Nastasia was perfect for that role. Casting her made that movie a success. Malcolm McDowell as her brother was also a good call. He's like a panther even without any of that special Hollywood makeup.
Now the name Malcolm McDowell rings another bell. You know the movie I'm talking about.
That one's Planet of the
Don't tell
Apes.
me
I
you're
know
thinking
that
about
one.
Clockwork Orange. Malcolm McDowell, come on, it's pretty obvious. Blue Thunder.
Oh, yeah,
Came out in
totally. That's exactly
1983.
what I was
It
thinking
directed
about.
by John Badham. Malcolm plays the bad guy in that one. He just totally outshines the hero, Roy Scheider. At least I think so. I have to say, not many people agree with me about Blue Thunder.
Zach, if you disagree with any of my opinions about movies, just come out and speak your mind, okay? Just speak your mind.
Oh, is he doing this on purpose to troll me and or Zach into like being, hey dude, your opinions suck, bro? Now I'm all spun around, crap. It's right around here, I thought.
Hey, Sigourney.
I'm glad you're here. My pot, it's getting cold. Please, let's get going.
Could you explain what you're talking about?
What are you rambling on about? My pot's getting cold as we speak. Hurry, hurry!
Zach, I guess we're going to have to drive her home. But I wonder what happens when her pot gets cold.
I don't know.
Now, get the car going. My house is over by the lake. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, it's a race.
This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry!
Oh my, that doesn't,
Step
come
on
on,
it.
that
Why
counts.
do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold?
Whoever did this role had a lot of fun with it.
Oh, thanks to you, my pot is still warm.
She's missing a shoe, I just noticed.
Don't get so excited, will you? Keep your voice down.
What, are you going to tell me a secret?
The pot knows everything. Hears all. If you can't can't find the person you are looking for, you need to look at things from a different angle. There is only one truth, but more than one is always visible. Like cooking a stew. Mix things in and wait for it to boil together. Just make sure it doesn't get burnt, and keep an eye on it. You have to gently mix it sometimes and wait until it's ready. Listen carefully. The best stew is a stew that is boiled slowly. Oh my! My pot is getting cold again! Did you have to talk so long? Oh!
Found your shoe. Okay, where are we in relation to, like, everything?
So, where shall we go next?
Got him. Hey, what's up, doggy? Get in the trash where you belong. Alright, well anyway, let's guess we can do lunch now. I don't know where I am, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, I guess we just can't do anything on that quest right now. That's fine. I did the exact same thing again, dude. Oof, that'll buff out. Don't worry about it. Alright, so I'm gonna skip ahead an hour with the cigarette, and then we're gonna, right before lunch stops, we're gonna get lunch. Where is he? He's not even here.
Anna, where are you going? Don't leave me. You there. Do you know where Anna is? Anna. My dear Anna.
Zach, let's do this later. I don't think we'll get anything out of her like this. I'd like to ask you some questions about Anna.
Anna. Oh, why did she have to die? She was so happy, so full of life. Anna, she loved that dress in the picture so much. She looked so pretty in it, but now she won't be able to wear it again. Yes, that dress. I can't find that dress anywhere.
That dress?
Her dress. Where is it? Without it, She looked so pretty when she wore it for prom. She was the prettiest girl in town that night. So why did she? Where's that dress? Where?
I don't think we'll get much more out of her like this. Maybe if we find the dress and bring it to her, she'll calm down enough to talk. Look, Zach. It's a picture taken during her prom night. There are no other pictures of Anna in a dress. This blue dress here, then, must be the one Sally is looking for. She does look like a goddess. Sally was right. She sure is pretty. That smile would make any man turn to butter.
She looks kind of like an alien. Great.
Zach, this is it. This is the same dress as the one in the prom picture. Let's take it to Sally.
This is it! The dress! This is Anna's dress! Anna! Oh, Anna! Anna!
Sally, we found the dress. So please tell me more about Anna.
Oh. She was such a good girl. She was the most beautiful girl in town, with pretty blonde hair. Everyone around her just loved her.
On the night of the murder, was Anna at home?
Yes, I think so.
You think so?
That day. The day she died. I stayed over at a friend's place. If only I'd been here, Anna might not have gone through...
Where did you stay that night?
I was...
Aha. So, in other words, you have no idea what Anna was up to that night.
That's wrong. She wasn't the kind of girl that would walk around at night. She was always dancing under the sun. Yes, under the pouring sunshine, like this.
Zach, look. A key. Fell from Anna's dress. Maybe we can use this to get into Anna's room. Sorry, Sally, but we're going to have to take a look in there.
Thank goodness the key to her room just happened to be in that one dress, you know, in the pocket. Why you've got your gun drawn?
She was at an age that craves excitement.
That weed?
Doesn't matter what town you're from. Girls will be
Scandalous.
girls. You know, Zach, in this wonderful country of ours, there are no good old-fashioned towns left. None at all. Day 1. Today is the day of the ceremony, and I'm a little nervous about it. Day 2. The first time he used it on me, it was so amazing, so exhilarating. Day 3. He doesn't let anything slip. I'm really worried about Becky. Day 4. Delivery man Q won't be able to protect Becky. So that's the last page written. It's very interesting. You could learn a lot from a diary. So we have this unnamed he, Becky, and this delivery man Q. Zach, this could be more interesting than I thought.
Wait, what am I doing? Okay, well, I don't know what we need that for yet, but hopefully something. Alright, so I want to come over here to this abandoned house, I think it is. I mean, there's cars outside. pass some time. I wonder where my car is. It's probably back over this way towards the houses. Wait, isn't that it there? Like exactly where I left it? What am I stuck on? I'm gonna see if I can get like actual food since I do need to eat.
Meet me in the backyard. You can get there from the parking lot. I'll wait for you there for an hour after we close up.
Yeah, it's nice, but I wanted food.
Well then, Olivia, talk to me.
Yes. In the beginning, Nick only went to the gallery during the day, but he went so often at some point he became friendly with Diane. They started going out drinking together, and now he doesn't come home until early morning. He always says that they were only drinking when I ask. He blames me for not being able to talk about Turner and Rembrandt. Which of course I can't, can I? So what can I say? Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. So I followed him. He did go to the bar, to start with. Diane was there too. But the real problem is where they go to next, right? So I waited outside the bar to see where they might go. And they eventually left the bar and headed for the art gallery. But it was already early morning, but it was still dark. Just before going inside, Diane turned around. It should have been too dark to see me, but I swear, her eyes looked right at me. They seemed to flash for a moment. I was so rattled that I left and went home. The next day, Anna was found dead. I didn't know what to do. I went to the gallery to talk with Diane about it, to confront her. But once I was there, I couldn't find the courage to go through with it. Then I saw you there, and I just felt I had to go home. Nick has been seeing Diane every night recently. He just left for tonight, too. I really don't know what to do.
I got an idea.
York, we ought to take Nick in for questioning.
No, not yet. This alone isn't enough.
Emily, answer me.
This is Emily. Agent York is with me, too.
I've just received word from Thomas at the Sheriff's Department. Something has happened at Becky's house. He was called in by Quinn, but he wasn't making any sense. We have no further details. I've sent Thomas over there. Can you go back him up?
Hell yeah, bro.
One other thing. It sounded like he said, Raincoat Killer. This may well be related to the murder case. Take all due precautions.
No! It couldn't be! Nick? Oh, please, no! What can I do? Nick!
Olivia, calm down.
Emily, take care of Olivia. I'm heading over to Becky's.
She lives in the big house over by the lake. Hurry!
I just hope this isn't anything serious. Damn it, Zach. We may have screwed up during the investigation.
I'm in this convertible.
You better hurry, Zach. I have a bad feeling about this. Becky's house is by the lake.
Whoops. Well, nobody went out when it rained. Why is there traffic? Damn, it's too bad we're about to hit 2 hours, because I feel like this is gonna get good soon. Whoa! Jinkies. I've had my turn signal on this whole time. I was wondering what that noise was. No! You will not.
Oh, Becky. Sorry. That's all he would say since I got here.
Quint, tell me, what did you see in there?
Damn!
Did you see the raincoat killer?
Damn! Huh? Becky!
Thomas, did you see Nick here?
Oh, Becky! No. When I got here, he was already like this.
Emily should be here soon. Call George and tell him to get over here. And wait out here. I'm going inside. Once they both get here, follow George's orders, okay?
Yes. But Agent York, isn't it dangerous to go in there alone?
Don't worry. Zach is with me. Zach, let me smoke one first. I need to clear my head so I can take everything in.
Yikes.
Zach, they're here too. I had a nasty feeling about this. Let's hope it's not a big welcoming party.
Thanks. Wow, could those doors open any slower? Anyway, next time we come across a save point, I need to stop for the evening. So we'll go until we hit a save point, and then I'm done. Seeing the two doors, Stanley took the door on the left.
Look. Red velvet. Just like the place where Anna was murdered. Too much noise. We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle.
Let's switch into that new suit we got. Alright, here's a save point, so this is where we'll stop for tonight. Be back tomorrow with some action. And, yeah. Hope to see you then.